my name is Lindsay Thurston and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Lindsay Living is where I love to share all of my best home decor, DIY, interior design advice for anyone who's looking to improve their home on a budget. And today is just that. I'm going to be completing 3 DIY projects using only items from my local thrift store for my upcoming family room makeover. I am excited to bring some of these projects to life after I have been searching out the perfect items, and today I'm going to walk you through the entire process, show you everything that I bought at the Goodwill, how much it cost, and all of the DIY products from my local hardware store that allow me to create these beautiful objects. And if you haven't already, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because next week I'm sharing my full family room makeover video that will include all 3 of these DIYs. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can find me there at Lindsay Living. I love to share my day-to-day shopping trips, DIYs in progress, room makeover ideas, and more, so don't forget to check me out over there. All right, let's get into it. Hey guys, what is up? I love designer items from home decor retailers, but if you've been here for even just a few videos, you probably remember I'm a school teacher, I have a limited budget for home decor, and I have huge home decor dreams. So one of the ways that I make this happen is through thrift shopping. And I love a good DIY project. Today, I am hunting for a couple more items for the thrift flips that I have planned. I've already picked up several other items for the other 2 projects that I've got going on this week that you'll see later in this video. And today I'm hitting up another Goodwill store in the search for a couple more pieces to DIY. All right, I think it's time. I've got to get home by 6 so I can walk my dogs before sunset. So it's definitely time to hit the store, do a little browsing. I'm hoping, since it's so close to Halloween, that everybody in here is going to be hovering over the Halloween costume section, and that hopefully will leave all of the home decor beauties, treasures for me to find. All right, let's get shopping. All right, strolling the aisles. I'm looking for some glass pieces. Have to check out planters. Here's a couple cool ones, but a little spendier than I would like to go for today. Basket section, always a favorite. This teacup is interesting. Cute tray, that's kind of fun. Maybe for... it's okay. Looking for these hangers anyway, so screamin' deal. And some Joanna Gaines. This will work. I'm looking for a pedestal for our first DIY. So I'm going to see if I can find a few options. Maybe this one. And I'm also looking for large glass bowls with as little detail as possible. $9.99, this one will work. This one, something about the, I'm not sure. Studio McGee at the thrift store, you guys. Further proof Target sends their rejects here. Wood would be a great DIY. Look at that price. Love this style, simple. Looks like it's from a school. There's really not that much else here. I like this rattan. Actually, it's more of a wicker. Needs repairs. It's kind of fun. Floating shelves, new in box. More stuff, rejects from Target. Taking these home. Another Target piece, you guys. This is a nearly brand new, perfect looking rug. Project 62, natural fiber. It's not a jute. $59.99. I always check the book section. A few decorating books, fun to look through. French style, oh, so fun. And Martha Stewart, oh my gosh, too funny. Can you tell I'm missing travel? We went to Paris in February, right before COVID, and all I want to do is get on a plane and go back, you guys. It was perfect. They have this glassware section with some more air quotes upscale things. Oh, fun! I collect these mugs from when I take travels. Never been to Toronto. This is a no. These want to be cool and mid-century, but I'm just not sure about this like spiral. Oh, you guys, I'm getting married. Halloween. What are you guys gonna dress up as? Let me know in the comments. Time to check out and get out of here. Back in the car, saw some good things, found several items that I was looking for my next little DIY thrift flip. Tomorrow's the day. I'm going to get up early, I'm going to relax a little bit, and then I'm gonna get into it with our DIYs. I've been totally loving these pedestal bowls. I keep seeing them everywhere in lots of home decor, and they can be fairly expensive. I just knew that if I found the right pieces from my local thrift store, I'd be able to recreate this look for a fraction of the price. I'm working on a budget here, and I assume you are too if you're here. So we really want to look for ways that we can create these items while saving a little bit of money, and then that money we save can go to the bigger furniture items that we truly want to add to our home. Accessories are a fantastic way to save some money and a good excuse to get your DIY on, which, you know, I kind of like. I'm gonna recreate this pedestal bowl look using items I found from the thrift store. So this is a little IKEA planter. It still has the tag on the bottom so you can see which one it is, $3.99. I'm gonna flip it over so it makes that pedestal. And I like how it's got these little vertical lines. And then we're gonna be using a combination of E6000 plus some hot glue to attach it like so. Once it's attached and firmly secure, the hot glue will help it kind of hold on to itself while the E6000 view cures, because it really does take like 24 to 72 hours for this stuff to really create that permanent bond that we're looking for. So the hot glue is gonna make it really easy to attach it quick. Then I can make sure to do some layers of spray paint, and then this thing will look pretty amazing. Well, I couldn't stop at just one. Of course, I had to get two. This one's a slightly smaller version, $2.99, and then this bowl was $5.99. Other big bowl was $9.99. This guy, $3.99. So same idea. I'm gonna flip this guy over. I'm gonna adhere it to the top. This one is a little smaller, so I think they might look good next to each other, or I might separate them into different rooms. This one, instead of the vertical, has texture that goes more horizontal. All right, it's officially time to get into my painting clothes and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and start with E6000 glue and some hot glue. Unfortunately, I left my nice hot glue gun in my classroom, so I had to use this little cheapo one I found in the garage. I'm gonna flip over the pedestal, which is this little planter, put a little coating of E6000 in the center, and then I'm going to do a ring of the hot glue around the edge of this little planter, cleaning off any excess. Now comes the task of trying to put this thing on level, straight, looking right. A little harder than I thought at first glance. As you know, hot glue dries very quickly. E6000 luckily does not, but it just wasn't quite right the first time. You can see me kind of struggling with it here. Thought I was on a good path, but then I had the, oh, hey, it looks a little not straight. So I pulled out my level, peeled it off because it was wildly not level, tried again with the level this time, and then just double checking it from both sides. Much better the second time. Now, the second one I thought was going to be a breeze because the glass bowl fit so nicely over the planter. But once I started trying to fix them together, I realized it wasn't as secure as I thought in the thrift store. So E6000 tried to do this little ring around the edge. My hot glue gun was not functioning properly. It really does pay to spend a little bit more money and get the good one. Definitely bringing in that home. Leveling again, checking over and over again, every angle. I'm just gonna let it sit here and cure with the heavy side down, hoping that that will help it to get secure. This one is super sturdy already. It's like perfect and ready to go. And I'm really excited to see how this turns out. So I've been going over and over and over and over in my head if I want to do it white, black, beige, or brass. And I think I've finally decided on brass. I got started by spraying a Rust-Oleum white primer to all of the items. Then I used the Rust-Oleum Metallic Gold spray paint. This is one of my all-time favorite spray paints, you guys. I love Rust-Oleum products, and this one has great coverage, great gold color without being too yellow or too, I don't know, too shiny. It definitely is shiny, but I don't know how to describe it. It's just perfect. I could definitely antique these items later, especially this small lidded container. And with any spray paint, even with good coverage, I love to just go over it over and over again. Sometimes I am so excited to see the end result that I rush, so I always have to do multiple coats to make sure there's no white primer showing through. I spray paint the inside and the underside of every single object because I really want it to have a high-end look. I'm very excited to see that this is actually working out after a little bit more drying time. Check that out. It's like perfectly level. I've got the brass pieces primed and painted both sides. Check. Probably just one more once over, just double check that they didn't miss any spots. This product, it's the Rust-Oleum Stone Textured Finish Spray Paint. I have been seeing this around. Lots of DIYers are getting really creative with this. I am looking to create some upscale, sculptural looking pieces and vessels for my family room. So this is going to do wonders. I've been looking at a ton of the different stone vessels that high-end retailers are offering, and I would love to buy those items, but why when I can make my own for a fraction of the price? The first step was finding these 3 glass vases in my local floral section of Goodwill. I tried to get one that was a large height, a medium, and a small height so that they have a little variation when I style them together in my family room. I'm thinking of putting these on a console, so I wanted that little height variation, and I got some beautiful fall florals to put in these for display. Glass vases at your local thrift store are a steal. You can get them for so cheap, and we're really gonna level them up with this stone texture. This one was, oh, the tag is gone, but I think this was only $1.99. I was really attracted to this shape and the flat texture in comparison to the other ones that I got. I thought it might give a little bit more variety. This one was $2.99. And then this little guy, it almost has like a tree appearance, but I'm hoping that it'll look a little bit more upscale once we paint it. This little one was, again, only $2.99. So some great prices. So excited to try this out. And then I also got this tan colored spray paint in the satin finish. This color is called Fossil. We do a layer of either the stone texture first or a layer of the fossil color first and then layer the other over it. So I'm just gonna kind of test it out. We're just gonna see how it works, and I'm looking to kind of come up with something interesting. I wasn't sure what to do right away, but I had a little time to think about it while applying the Rust-Oleum primer that I always use to all 3 of the vases. Once I let that dry, I was very eager to use the stone spray paint, but it got on some of the other objects that were too close, so definitely don't do this with anything else nearby that you don't want paint on. I even got some paint on my pants. Now the stone texture is so cool, it's so awesome looking, but I was afraid that over the primer it just looked kind of boring. So I sprayed the medium and small vessels in that fossil beige color. Once that dried, then I applied the stone spray paint, and I really loved the texture and the variation in color. It had that speckled look that a lot of the items from West Elm had that I really liked. The last DIY that we're gonna do today is a furniture piece I'm upcycling for my family room. I really needed a cube type item to fill in this corner space next to my sofa to provide a little bit more horizontal table space to put a drink down and to put a lamp, to put some plants, because if you've been here for a hot minute, you know no room in my house is complete without a little greenery. So that particular piece is beautiful. It actually originally came from Pottery Barn. I remember seeing this style in the showroom a few years ago. Actually, that might be more like 5 or 6 years ago now. I happened to find this for a steal. You guys, it was only $15.99 at my local Goodwill thrift shop. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it to the best of my ability. It's a little bit dusty, so I'm gonna get a damp washcloth to just kind of give it a once over, let it dry. While it's drying, I'm gonna use this product. It's called Titebond Quick and Thick Multi-Surface Glue. This is going to help me fix up and just repair any of the little fraying edges and give it a little bit more refreshed, new feeling. It's not gonna matter any of this color discoloration. You can see that this item was most likely in the sun because it has huge sections that are massively discolored, and then I can tell that this side is more the original color. I'm hoping that after I spray paint the whole thing, it'll have a more refined appearance, but still maintaining that woven texture that I was looking to add to the room. It's a really interesting little trunk. It's got these locks to hold it open. It's a little bit of extra storage for out of season pillows, blankets. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off. First, I tried a damp cloth, but then I found compressed air to be the best way to get all the dust out from between all this woven rattan. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Titebond glue that I showed you to go over any little fraying edges, and then I just use scissors to clip off the edges that I could not secure down flat. Why do I always paint my nails right before doing projects like this? You know, honestly guys, I don't need it to be perfect. I'm just mostly concentrating on the front. Any areas that were clearly coming apart that might just look a little better smoothed down. Travis and I talked about it before he left for his 48-hour shift, and we both were thinking contrast might be the key here, so I think I'm gonna go ahead with the black. Oh my gosh. For watching. I am so beyond thrilled with how each one of these DIYs came out. I have been loving going to the thrift shop lately, looking for deals, looking for mid-century looking items, or recreating my most admired designer pieces for a fraction of the price. Working on room makeovers throughout my rental home has really reignited my love of the thrift hunt. I've been going to thrift shops almost every week, and it's been really fun to just find inspiration, gather items on a budget, and really fill out my home makeovers with interesting, unique items that you wouldn't see at anyone else's home. I hope you got some ideas about some DIY projects you might think of next, or some inspiration to head down to your local thrift shop. I know you'll find some treasures if you hunt. I really love to get creative on the weekends, take a day like today, and come up with these little projects inspired by my thrift store finds. I hope you got some ideas or inspiration to head down to your local thrift store and come up with some DIY projects of your own. or even to recreate some of the ones that I shared with you here today. You'll see all of these items next week in my family room makeover. I know I've been teasing this one for a while. That's because I've been working on it for a while. But next Wednesday is the day it'll finally be live. So if you haven't already, go ahead right now. I'll wait. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll get notified as soon as I post it and every other video. You can also hang out with me on Instagram. I love your guys' DMs. I love you sending me your design questions, sending me your ideas for videos. It's been really fun to connect with you there. So if you haven't already, go ahead, follow me on Instagram. You can find me at Lindsay Living. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, I challenge you to make one meaningful change in your space this week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, my friends.